Now I will continue to explain about over and under absorption of fixed production overhead. So the problem of over and under absorb of fixed production overhead only arise under absorption costing method. Why? This is because this method absorbs the fixed production overhead in the product cost. So this problem occurs when the actual activity is not the same as the normal activity. Why? Because fixed OAR is calculated based on budgeted normal activity. However, it is being absorbed based on the actual activity. If you can still remember from our dilemma Berhad just now, the budgeted normal activity is 22,000 units, but the actual activity is 20,000 units. Therefore, it is not the same. If it is not the same, then you will have a problem of over or under absorption of fixed production overhead. So, over absorption of fixed production overhead will overstate the production cost. Thus, it will make the net profit understated. And the other way around, under absorption of fixed production overhead will then understate the production cost and makes the net profit overstated. Simple example. So if you have, how do you calculate the profit or loss? It will be your sales revenue less your cost gives you a profit if it is positive and loss negative. So assuming you have a profit situation. So sales minus cost give you profit. What happens if your cost is higher? What happens if your cost is higher? Of course, your profit will be lower. And the other way around, if your cost is lower, then your profit will be higher. So under absorb, if let's say I incur a cost of, let's say I'm talking the fixed production cost. So let's say my cost is 10. If my cost is 10, how much do I need to transfer to the customers or absorb to my product? Of course, if I incur 10, I will need to pass to the customers or absorb into the product 10. But if I absorb into the product only 8, what happens? I incur 10, I absorb 8. Means I have under absorbed. I have under absorbed by 2. So if I have under absorbed my cost, under absorbed, what happens? Cost will be lower. So when my cost is lower, profit reported will be higher. So since profit reported is distorted, you need to do adjustments. So adjustment has to be made to your net profit. So any under absorption of fixed overhead will be deducted from your net profit and vice versa. If you have over absorption, then you have to add back. Hope you can understand this. So, how to determine the over and or under absorption of fixed production overhead just now? You compare your absorbed and your incurred. So you compare your fixed production overhead absorbed and your fixed production overhead incurred. If you absorb more than what you incur, means you absorb 12, you incur 10, but you absorb 12, means you have overstated, you have over absorbed. And the other way around, if you absorb less than your fixed production overhead incurred, means you have understated it. Okay, so fixed production overhead absorb, how do you calculate it? That will be your fixed OAR per unit times with your actual production. And your fixed production overhead incurred, so if the amount is not given in the question, you assume that to be the same as the budgeted fixed production overhead at the normal level of activity. So to sum it up, you just compare your incurred and your absorbed. If let's say you incur 10 and you absorb 8, means you have under absorbed. You have under absorbed. So what happens to your cost? Your cost will be lower. When your cost is lower, what happens to your profit? Your profit will be higher. So when your profit is higher, you need to adjust. So profit reported under absorption costing is higher. So that's why you need to do adjustments. So any under absorption of fixed production overhead, that's why you need to deduct it from your net profit. So under absorb of fixed production overhead will result in a higher reported profit. So it has been distorted. So you need to do adjustment. What are the adjustment that you need to do? So under absorb, you need to minus, you need to deduct from your net profit. So if you were to look at our example just now, so you have under absorb of fixed production overhead by 2,000. That's why you have to minus it. You have to deduct it from your unadjusted net profit so that you have the adjusted net profit.